Yeah, welcome back to Mark's Railway Trails, and this morning, if you're looking behind you, you'll see one hell of a scenery. And today we're on Eccleston Mere, and we've been trying to get on Eccleston Mere for quite a while, and you just can't get in now because it's private land. So today, the guy behind me, I'm on a tour that he's let me do, really, given me permission to walk all around Eccleston Mere. So not many people will do this because it's all fenced off all the way around now and you can't get into it. It's private land, it's a private fishing club, so thankful for the guy letting me do this morning for Mark's Railway Trails, a place that used to spend a lot of time when I was a kid, and it means a lot to my dad, this place as well, because we walked it quite a few times. So I'll take you around and show you Eccleston Mere, and again, thanks to the guys behind me who bought Eccleston Mere off Pilkington. So off we go on the tour, and it's you're going to see some good sights today. And here we are, and this is where we start on Mark's Railway Trail. It's not a railway trail today, it's Eccleston Mere, and that's where you come in. And what you're looking at here was the original boat club. Pilkingtons had their own boat club here and sailing, and there used to be a lot of sailboats on here. They used to sail racing just over there. Sadly all that's gone now, and as you can see the boathouse and what was like a little rest area where you could get drinks and things is sadly gone. But we're going to walk the full Eccleston Mere today because, like I say, I'm so honoured to get in here and walk it, really. And I've tried for months to try and get in and do this walk, but just couldn't do it. You just can't get into it because it's private land now as well. But we've had permission today, and nice to the guy, after I rang him up and said I wanted to do the walk for my dad, and he's agreed, which is nice, really, because not many people will get into Eccleston Mere now. It's a private fishing club, very select. You can just see the houses on the back. And I'm going to keep this running all the way around, really, because a bit of a sentimental walk for me today, because Eccleston Mere, what you're seeing over here, was owned by Pilkingtons. It was built by Pilkingtons, and the reason they built this, filled a big quarry in with water, because they use it like a cooling plant, siphoning all the water off for Pilkington's Watson Street glass depot, and they used it for like a cooling plant, and that's the reason it was built. And I don't know how much water this holds. I did have a figure, but I've come rushing out today because I got the call this morning that I could come. I don't know the figure, but there was a terrific amount of water this holds. Whoa, a bit rotted as you see there. I nearly went then off the old jetties, which just shows you how big Eccleston Mere is. And I'm just looking down at the fishes now, and just at the side it gives you an idea how deep this place is. If I was to stand off this jetty now, I would be up to my neck, so that gives you an idea how deep it's going to be. And what you're looking at there, us Eccleston lads will remember this. When they used to do the yacht races, they used to put all the times up on there as the yachts. They had like boys out on the lake, and they sent them round racing, and they put all the scores up there. Again, that takes you back. Neil Ward will remember this probably better than me, because this was where Taylor Park was my backyard. I think this was Neil Ward's backyard, because he backed virtually right on it where Neil grew up. And it's quite a big walk, so, and where you see the big tree here, just here, I'll dig some of the old pictures out and try and do a blog with the old pictures of Eccleston Mere. There used to be like a dome shaped resting area. If it rained you could sit out, and it's like a big plastic dome ahead of its day really, with loads of seats. And it's just probably where the round circle is there now, but all these fishing pegs around here, again looking out to Eccleston Mere. But what a view that is today, unbelievable. And I couldn't have picked a better day for it. And I've been locked in here. We came in and the guy said bring your car and go lock 2 gates behind you, because like I said, you just can't get in here now. This is it, this is where the big plastic drone was that you could sit in, had openings in, and if it was raining you could actually sit out. And again, another big jetty. Well, I've not done this walk for about probably 10 years ago with Steve Wright. We did the full walk and you can just see the brooks there. They all lead in town centre, and that one actually goes to Rainford. You can just see how it filters the water off. What a gorgeous place. And when I rang the guy up, and originally he said, you know, no, it's a private place, you can't do it. And when I said I wanted to do it for my dad, really, he said, yeah, come on down. That was really nice of him, really, because originally he was going to walk this with me, because they don't want anybody just walking around it now. Which you can understand, it's a private place now. It's been privately bought for private fishing clubs, so that's how they're going to keep it. So I'm glad he's let me do the walk on my own, really. No disrespect to the guy, such a lovely guy. He's let me wander, which is nice. But what a warm day for it. But I'd rather do it this time of year, because if having a time to come round Eccleston Mere as kids was in summer. And if you just look at the island there's an island that they have in the corner for wildlife. And when we was kids, we'd have little dinghies that would take us over there. And Mum, if you're listening, you've not heard this. We used to go onto the island. We used to call it Treasure Island when I was growing up. And my mum never knew about that. So Mum, if you're watching, which you are, I'll check the wrap on the back of the head now. But yeah, Eccleston Mere, it's Pilkington Sailing Club, were here for donkey's years, owned by Pilkington's Glass. There's a shot of what we called Treasure Island when we were growing up. But you forget how deep it is, Eccleston Mere. You know, just looking at the side now, you know, as soon as you walk into it, you'll be up to your waist. And that just tells you how deep it is, you know. And I kind of come today and not really done a lot of research on it, because I knew a lot of it from growing up, but facts and figures, you know, it is what it is, Eccleston Mere. There's not a lot to tell you about, barring that it was owned by Pilkingtons, and it was built by Pilkingtons just to siphon water to Watson Street Works, one of the glass plants to cool off, and it piped loads of water in. But they all link into each other, like Eccleston Mere, this little waterway that goes all the way up, if I remember showing you, to Taylor Park, and the other 3 dams. They were all linked to each other with water. So Taylor Park being the highest, that'll drop water into Leg of Mutton. Leg of Mutton will drop water into the little dam across the way, Triplex Lake as we used to call it, and that used to drop it into, I think it was Mill Dam at Eccleston, because it all went lower and lower, and that's how they used to filter the water. But this one, they had pipes directly under Eccleston Mere to Watson Street, where they could filter water to the plant to cool the glass. and I can see a few fishermen over there now. But it takes me back, this walk. 10 years ago I think we did it with Steve Wright, and you could just walk in now 10 years ago, but now everywhere you look it's fenced. You've not a cat in hell's chance of getting in here. Every angle that you look, it's just fenced off. Even the remote ones over there, if you came across the woods, you'd be very lucky to get in. And you see the brook going down here now. There you go, this has been replaced, but there you go. But if you look over there now, it's all fenced again. It's just every angle's covered on it now, and they're doing more and more. You can see the fences coming up, so I'm so honoured to get on here today. It's honestly, I'm so excited, because I've tried for months, to be honest with you, using all my old haunts from growing up as a kid, and every angle's blocked off. And you've seen the other vlogs that have mentioned it. So to get on here today, and like you say, I've had to do it as a planned walk with the permission of the owners of Eccleston Mere, so thankful for that. A couple of fishermen on here now. There he goes then, see. That's just giving you an idea of how deep the water goes down, really. Morning, guys. You alright? He's alright, he knows I'm on, he's let me come on. Yeah. Alright, mate. In fact, I've just dropped some Stellas off for him over there if you want one. Yeah. There's the guys, you can just see. Just wading out. But yeah, you see what I mean, as soon as you walk on, if you're not allowed on here, honestly, you'll get booted off. It's so select now, and that's what them two lads were saying then. If you've seen the look that they give me then, if I hadn't been allowed on here, you can just see him there. He's going in, it just gives you an idea how deep it is. He's up to his waist now, and he's only just out there. A lot of the swans. But what a view, and there it is, Treasure Island we used to call it, what we used to paddle over on our little dinghies. But yeah, anybody watching this vlog, don't try and come round Eccleston Mere on your own. Try and get permission, because as soon as you're seen on this mere now, you will get escorted off, and they probably call the police as well and get done for trespassing. They're so keen about it. Just look how big it is. How big. You forget how big Eccleston Mere is. It's absolutely massive. And what a shot that is, that guy going out. You just see him. And his pockets in here, they say, it's you get to a certain angle and then it just drops. The water, it just drops. And apparently, I forget how deep it is, but it's very deep when you get further in. And you get a lot probably on here all night, to be honest with you. With the tents and things, and night fishing like we used to do. At what you can hear there, I remember showing you on my blog with the golf club. That's where the golf club is, on the other side now. So that's the doggy. Hello, lad. Hello. Hiya, mate. Well, how good's that? You know, what a view. That's picturesque, isn't it? And like I say, if you look at the golf club there now, that golf club's just over there, if you remember my blog, when we was doing the golf club. And again, you can't get in, it's all fenced above what's it's like a large stream running along it. I'm just trying to give you an idea. There you go, see. Oh, more jetties. And oh, a lot of these are well rotten now, but I'm going to go out. There you go, what a view. And the guy's still there fishing. And you can just see where we've walked from. Right in the distance, there's the boathouse. But there's a golf club, I could just show you. Private property, keep out. You can just hear the tees. Whew. I'm hopefully going to get all this on one video today, because wiped a lot of the music off from last night. Actually, I got the phone call with this morning. We only got the phone call this morning that I was allowed to come and do it. But wow, it takes you back. And as you can see, all fenced all the way around. And the way we used to come into Eccleston there as kids, I'm just going to show you, it's still here. If you go down here where the stream comes down, you see the fence is there. If you remember me doing the golf course and you hit that little wood, that's where that little wood brings you to, and there used to always be an hole in the fence there that you could get through and jump across. But again, it's all been fenced now, completely fenced all the way around. And just going back round here, normally you go left, go round here, go left. That takes you up to West Park. They've blocked all that off now, and there's a little stream that comes down from West Park at the top of West Park Rugby Club. All been fenced off, all been blocked off now. And that was the other way that you could get in. Sadly no more. And we're just on the other side now, and this will be so good for wildlife now. And you know, maybe it's right that they keep it so private and secluded, really. You can just see the fisherman who's still out there. And the swans and the geese, quite happy. But what a scenery on that. And if you're looking what's behind all those trees, right in the distance is Knowsley Safari Park. For all those that don't know the area, you know, we're so lucky around here what we've got on our doorstep, and you don't realise what you've got on your doorstep, really. And there's quite a few on fishing today as well, which is good. Morning, guys. Yeah, alright, Gary's let me on, alright, mate.
Yes,
How's it happening?
yeah,
A few, yeah. How good's this place? You'll not find many places like this, will you? Expensive a year membership,
yeah.
Is it? Yeah, worth it though, isn't it?
Oh,
Because you don't get idiots like me coming around very often, do you? No, no. Nice one, guys. Houston Tellings lads, and yeah, oh good. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, I'll crack on. Nice talking to you guys. Like I say, you forget how far it goes around, really. And they've all got the camp set up. That's where we've just come all the way around behind the trees. All the way around, there's the guys, their fishing spot. But how good's that island, you know? What an adventure that used to be. And I'll just flip the camera around in a minute and just on you. Some more guys here. There must be been on the all night fishing, so probably getting the heads down. Whole bridge been replaced. Remember, this used to be a wooden bridge. Obviously been replaced. And another waterway, and you see all the gullies, how they all run all along. There you go. Unbelievable, you know. Like I said, that used to be a wooden bridge. It's been replaced now. I'm going to take a minute here because I know I'll probably never get the chance to come on here again, so it's definitely one to savour really and enjoy, and how quiet it is, and there you go. There's a bit of a longer shot, get a bit more in, but it's so peaceful. And you know, you can call sometimes that they block these places off and keep it to select club. In some ways it's good, in some ways it's not so good, because people who want to come and walk it will never be able to walk it again. And I'm privileged today, and I'm so glad I rang the guy up. And what you're looking at there on the right, loads of houses back on to Eccleston there, all along. Some nice properties. And these walls I remember quite vividly, you know, as a kid as well. And the water, when you're in like what they call high season, lots of rain, it comes right up. But right in the middle here, when I was looking back to the research, where you've got the island, I'll move along and show you a bit more clearly. Get you a better shot. Again, some of the nice properties along here at Eccleston. Some nice gardens. That's a better shot. What we used to call Treasure Island there in the corner. If you go right into the middle here, that's where there's a load of pipe work really deep down apparently, and they could just hit the button and send water to Watson Street Works at Pilkington's. And again, like I said before when I came in, this is what this was set up for, to cool all the plants down for the glass manufacturers. So the geese there, they're not, it's good for wildlife there because they're not used to people walking around now. They've got it to themselves, which I'm really chuffed about in one way. Like I've just said, it's made up that they've done that really. But on the other hand, loads of geese here, and you've got to be careful of these because if you've got young ones they will attack you. Hello! Hello! There you go. There you go. Hello! There you go. Like I said, geese, if they've got young ones, they've been very protective, and they must have young ones around, so they're not trouble. And there's the boathouse, as you can see, just in the corner. I'm going to take a minute to show you that as well, because in its heyday, all you'd have seen on them banks was little sailboats, swimming on that. All you'd have seen over there was little sailboats, you know, 10 or 50 sailboats, and that's where they used to race. If we could just show you, remember we started the walk over there you go, and that's where they had loudspeakers and they'd score it, and they'd be doing commentary, number 4 in front now and in number 5 coming up behind it, and I used to sit here and love it, you know, watching it, you know. It was absolutely brilliant. And what they used to do, they used to start here where the boathouse was, go all the way along. You have like buoys in the water, and then when you get to the island, it would go around the island, come back round, and they had like a big circuit really. And it's just a pity they're not on now, Pilkington Sailing Club, you know. But hopefully in time it may come back, you know. But this is just a private fishing ground now, so like I said, we're so honoured to get on here today. And the only way you probably get on Eccleston Mere now is if you knew somebody in one of these houses that you could jump the brook, you know. But as soon as if you seen it with them two guys, as soon as they seen me, they'd have pulled me there if I hadn't got permission off Gary over there. And he's quite a big bloke as well. I wouldn't like to mess with him, so like I say, if you want to come round here, you've got to ask permission, because I certainly wouldn't like to get on the wrong end of the guys who's looking after it. Nice guys, but I suppose it's their baby now, so they're looking after it. Well, that's a money shot. I'm going to take a minute looking at that. How good's that? And you know what, I may never come round here again, and if I don't, you've always got this video to look back on. And for people that can't do it as well, this is why I wanted to do this video, and also for my dad as well. Pilkinson's just owned so much, and more geese. Some of the old pegs. You see the brook running down there now, you can just see it. Runs all the way along. But you know what, I know you can hear it in my voice. I'm just so excited to get in here today, because I just thought I'd never be able to do it again. And this is what you gotta do sometimes. If you want to get somewhere, just ask. You might, 9 times out of 10 you might say no, but like me today, to get this phone call and ask me to come down, I was made up. But if you just look at the fences there now, this was used to be my other secret way in. It's just past here. If you just look down there now, you can see the little waterway, and they're all covered up with grates now, because you get a lot of people, believe it or not, walking them. And that's following on from the lost tunnels of Taylor Park that I told you about in Taylor Park. That goes under the road to Eccleston, and that takes you right out into Rainford. But they covered them all up now, health and safety. And like I said, we walked the lost tunnels of Taylor Park, and they were based on the same type of tunnel. I remember looking at these as a kid, following this stream all the way up to West Park. And again, a lot of people won't know they're there, so we'll call them the lost tunnels of Eccleston Mere for the blog that we've found. And they just trickle water through. And again, look at all the fences. This is the way, just here was the way I used to come in off the main road. And even here now, look, it's just everything's just, you just cannot physically get in. I'm going to get a money shot here, and that gives you a size of Eccleston Mere, how big it is, just how big it is and how deep it is. And apparently there's like ledges in Eccleston Mere when I've read up on about it and talking to a few people. Certain parts are quite shallow, and that's where it's deceiving. You'll get to certain parts, and as I said in Taylor Park, there's certain parts in that you could get as big as ball of string and put a rock on the end of it, and you'd string a run out for it at the bottom. That's how deep it is, and apparently that's what Eccleston Mere is like. I remember you said at Taylor Park they had the old water wheels at Taylor Park. If Taylor Park was full and they needed to let water off, they'd open the wheel and let it off into leg of mutton, and from leg of mutton it'd trickle into Triple X, and then from Triple X to Mill Dam. Here's the same type of water wheel. Here it is, and I'm glad this is still here. What a find, look at that. It's all locked up now, but that was the old water wheel, and I've got a date on that. I can't quite see it, so I'm going to zoom in on the camera. It looks like, I can't really read it. I'm going to have to look at the camera. You can't really see. I would say 18 something, but I don't know. I'm just guessing. So I'm going to look more on the camera when I try and get a better shot on that. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. I'm going to have a look. But how good's that? I'm still on the water wheel. Open that water wheel, and that would drop water out of Eccleston Mere. And maybe that's another way that they used to send the water to Watson Street Works at Pilkington's. I'm not sure, maybe it was, but I think it's just a waterway when they needed to let some water out, and obviously that runs under the road here, and that'll take you to Rainford. But what a find, I'm so glad that's still there. And I remember that as a kid as well, because if we used to walk around here, and I've walked around here with my mum, and you walk out on this, you get off there, you know, panicking. Well, like I said, it's 10 years since I've done this walk, me and Steve, right? And in 10 years' time, it's changed so much. And we're just coming round to the high walls now, and again, Pilkingtons used to do little do's here as well. I remember coming here for some like little parties that they had in the what do you call the boathouse then, and hot summer's day you could go in and get drinks and stuff. How it's changed, you know, it's only for the selected few now, unfortunately, become a member of this fishing club. And I understand that, I know I keep saying it, but it is so sad that you can't just come and walk it. It's a lost gem, really. It's a lost gem. Oh. There's just a couple of boats left there now, but this is it. Like I say, you've no chance of getting in here, and don't try, just maybe ask and come and visit. That's the way to do it. And just watch where I'm going here, because you're going to go ass over it. And like I say, that was the old clubhouse, really, that you used to go in and you could get drinks and you could sit out here. It was absolutely brilliant. So for Mark's Railway Trails, this is Eccleston Mere. I'm going to take a minute last look. This was the jetty that we came in, and it just took you out over there. Sentimental journey, that's where we started. One for my dad, really. Eccleston Mere, Pilkingtons. So good to see it again, and thanks for the guys for letting me on Eccleston Mere. I hope you've enjoyed it. Could tell you a lot more, but I don't want to outstay my hospitality that the guys have given me. But here's a jetty for one last time that we'll probably go out on Eccleston Mere, and to Treasure Island as we did from kids. And just to finish off, if you're wondering, if you look right over there, behind there is the golf club that I did, and Eccleston Woods. That is all behind there, and it all kind of ties in and up to Lass Park up there. It just gives you an idea. So for Mark's Railway Trails, hope you enjoyed it. Eccleston Mere, I'm so excited about this one today, as you can tell. But that scenery, unbelievable on a hot summer's day. And 2022, hopefully we'll see the sailboats back on air. So give it a like. I'm going to see the guys now and thank them so much for letting me walk Eccleston Mere and get rid of a few ghosts as well. So speak soon, keep watching the blog. I've got loads more planned, but so glad to get this one done. And Charlie and Harry, you'll love this one if you walk it with me. Get a brew and revisit my childhood. See you soon on Mark's Railway Trails.